And welcome to episode 3 of our 15-minute gaming reviews. I know some of them might be 13 minutes or 12, but it is a 15-minute review. My name's Liam and I'm the Games Tasker and I'm joined with Brendan.
How are we, mate? Happy to be here. Episode 3, loving Game Tasker.
We are. And if you guys like our podcast and you're liking the reviews, could check us out over on YouTube. We've got top 10s, we've got gaming reviews, we've got streams, and we are creeping up that ladder quite fast. But yeah, check us out. All you need to do is go into your Google search or any search engine and type in Games Tasker and we appear, no matter where you are, TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or anything. Today's game, we're going to be talking about one of my favourite games of all. So the last 2 games we've given 10 out of 10. So no doubt this game is probably going to get that, but let's just see. We are going to be doing Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. How do you feel about that game, Brendan?
It holds very special meaning to me because I wasn't one of the first lads on my estate to get a Super Nintendo, but one of my mates had one, and I'd always remember he used to invite me around so he could thrash me on Mario Kart. So I just love the game. He always used to have Oasis playing in the background while we played it. So I used to hound my dad. I think I had a NES at the time. I want Super Nintendo, want Super Nintendo, want Super Nintendo. Just amazing. I've never seen anything like it, really. You know, the Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive, probably, when you go from NES and Master System to them two, and then you can get this multiplayer go-karting game in the early 90s. Just unreal, mate. And Mario Kart does. I mean, I've got it on the Switch. I still play it. If I'm on the move. It's just a brilliant game. Just an awesome, and it brings back very, very, very good memories.
I agree. I mean, it was what. I used to play. I love multiplayer games growing up. I mean, I'm a massive online player now. I prefer. If it's not online, I don't think it's worth playing. I really do struggle with storyline games playing on my own. I do like to show off that I'm good at this game kind of thing. But Super Mario, I just remember. I just remember getting it, and I remember seeing it. I remember playing and I just remember. No matter where you took your game cartridge, everyone had a Super Nintendo. So no matter where if they didn't have Mario Kart, you kept your game cartridge with you, and you could take it around. You could show people your time trials. That's what we had to do in those days. You couldn't write it down or text or take photos. You had to take your game cartridge. Pardon me. You had to take your game cartridge around the house, stick it in, and go, "Oh mate, check out what I just got in the mushroom cup. Mushroom cup 50cc. I've just typed and people like. But I remember my uncle came in. And he never played it before, and he just jumped on it. He just sat down and he jumped on it, and he was just going, so what do you do? Press that, there, and then boom, he smashed all my records, and I'm like, what is going on here? And then so I was like, right, okay, we'll do battle mode. You think you're good, so obviously you get your battle mode with your balloons on. Yeah, you hit the turtle shells. Or leave bananas around, and you got the balloons, and he smashed me to pieces. Absolutely. So every time he came in, I was like, "Oh no, what are you playing?" And I'd literally just hit the reset button. Oh, I'm playing Mario, Mario World.
But it just brilliant, mate. It doesn't. It's so simple yet effective. Do you know what I mean by that? It's such a simple concept to a game. But it just broke barriers, didn't it, Mario Kart? It did. Everybody. I don't know one person ever. I'm 43 years of age, and I've never spoke to anybody who doesn't like it. It's weird. It's one of them games where people just it's just fun. It's just fun. From the minute you turn on your Super Nintendo or you put it on your Switch or whatever. Your Wii U, wherever you're playing your Mario Kart, it's just fun, and it de-stresses you. You don't get stressed with it. I mean, I suppose if you're really, really competitive and you're trying to beat people's times or you're doing time trials, then competition is good. But Super Mario Kart doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's an amazing game.
You see, I don't know where you're coming from, mate. I was all about it. Is the most stressful game I've ever played. You know, you'd sit there and you'd be playing like the first cup and the first race and the first everything, and you hit like a tunnel or a tube that's sticking out the ground. You're like, that's it. Reset, start again, bang. See if you can beat that. I was I was all about getting the times and showing them off. Like, this is how good I am at Mario Kart. But again, it's exactly what you said. I mean, if you talk to anybody about Super Mario Kart and you said to them, tell me a story about Super Mario Kart. Everyone from that age who had it has got a funny story or a story where they played Super Mario Kart because it was that popular, it was that good, and it wasn't anything like it. I mean, it's like you said, it was a racing game that was so simple. It looked great. I mean, the graphics were fantastic for the time, and it was dead easy. It was dead simple, and then it just had that little element where you chuck a turtle at someone or you chuck a banana just to make things a little bit. It was, oh god, I've got goosebumps talking about it because I love the game that much.
It's brilliant, mate. It's one of them games where you can get your mates round, whether you're over the legal age, you can have a few beers, have a laugh, or if you just sat there on your own, your missus has gone out, and you're just sat there, you could easily just pop this on for an hour.
Oh, easy.
And just it's just one of them games. I mean, I could just remember mates and family members, Super Nintendo, you'd see it, all you'd see is Mario Kart, All Stars, Super Mario World, Street Fighter 2. Do you know what I mean?
That's what you needed.
That's all you needed, you know. And I know there was a lot of good games on the SNES, but everybody owned them games. And you could ask 10 people, and 8 out of 10 people would say that Mario Kart is their all-time favorite Super Nintendo game.
I think it's and if not their all-time favorite game of all time.
100%.
Oh, definitely. I mean, can you tell me your favorite track?
Oh yeah. If I'm going to be boring, so I do like, you know, the Mushroom Cup. And then you go through the first 3 tracks, and you got the special track at the end, don't you?
Yeah.
I love that one. I love the tight. There's a few tight bends in there that you have to navigate pretty well. But I like that, and I do like the wooden one, strangely, as well.
Yeah, I mean, Bowser's Castles. No, it wasn't. That was the lava one, wasn't it? The haunted house, the ghost ones. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like them.
See, I loved every single track. I mean, obviously, I love Mario Circuit 4 was my favorite. I loved Mario Circuit 4. It was the longer version of Mario Circuit, and it was the best one. It was most difficult, and it felt like a racing game, and I loved it. I absolutely loved Mario Circuit 4, and I hated Rainbow Road. Oh,
I hated the one that Games Tasker gave us in pilot episode 1.
Cooper Beach 1. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we've actually done a Games Master game show. If you want to check it out over on YouTube, you can see where Brendan and Robbo actually race each other in Mario Kart. And then we've got a few more episodes coming up as well, with more Mario Kart on there. And none of you did well actually on Cooper Beach. I think the Robbo got 120, you got 126, and Robbo got 123. Do you know what my score was?
118.
59.
Get out. Not having it.
59.
Not having it.
3 seconds off the world record. Yeah, 3 seconds off the world record.
I need to get some more practicing, I think, on Mario Kart then.
Yeah.
When I get below 120 on that, I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah. So what we're going to do is on the final episode of the game show. We've done 2 pilot episodes. Again, if you guys haven't seen it, check them out. But we have got the full series coming soon. And on the last episode, it will be the winner of the 5 episodes will be playing me. And I pick the games, and yeah, so it's like Takeshi's Castle. You know, you get to fight. Yeah, so that's how it's going to be. And Mario Kart is definitely one on there. And it is the Rainbow Circuit as well, which is my hated one, but I do really well on it. So yeah, check it out. And again, Mario Kart didn't really have a story, so we can't really discuss the story. I mean, the music for Mario Kart was just brilliant. I mean, when you first heard that title screen come up and you heard that ding, 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 and you're just, oh my god, that's brilliant. And you know you was ready for a good afternoon of gaming with Mario Kart. I mean, the music is just undoubtedly one of the best soundtracks, probably on the Super Nintendo. If I'm honest, maybe up there with Super Mario World, but to me, it was probably it's right up there. Gameplay, it's top notch. Graphics, yeah, we've discussed everything. So, I mean, is there anything you disliked about Mario?
Not really. There was a couple of tracks that wound me up, but not that much because, like we've both mentioned, as soon as you stick that cartridge in and turn that button up, it's fun. I haven't got anything bad to say about it, mate. To be honest, it's I think it's one of Nintendo's best ever inventions, or whatever shall we say. It's definitely up there with one of the best games of all time on across all platforms, across all consoles. And if you haven't ever played Mario Kart, you need to get out from under your rock and start playing.
if you've never played Mario Kart, you need a slap. I mean, like, come on. I mean, again, I tell you what, I've tried to find something that I disliked about the game, so I nitpicked, and honestly, the only thing I could think of was the Rainbow Road not having any borders. That was it. That was it. But that's just a personal thing that, you know, but that's what made the track the hardest track in the whole thing, that it had no borders. And I can't nitpick it. There's nothing else that I could say about the game that is, except that it is one of the, like you said, it's the GOAT. To me, it's the GOAT.
Yeah.
In karting games, it's definitely the GOAT. But
100%.
out of all the Mario Karts, I think it's still the GOAT. And I think Super Mario Kart, I don't even need to score it. You know, this episode automatically just talks about how good the game actually is. We don't need to rate it.
I mean, I would, like, sorry to talk you there, bro. But I would love, I don't think we'll ever find one, but if you're listening to this podcast episode and you don't like Mario Kart, please get in touch with us. We're not going to come around your ass and knock 7 bells out of you. We just would love to have a conversation. We'd love, I don't want to find anyone that dislikes the game, but it would be an interesting, conversation. Yeah, just to see.
Love it.
I mean, is it because they're just not very good at the game? You know, is it because they don't? I mean, I don't want people to say, "Oh, I don't like racing games." I want somebody that genuinely likes racing games, but for some whatever strange, unknown reason, dislikes Super Mario Kart. And please, if you're one of them people, come and let us know. Let's have a conversation about it.
I agree. If you're listening to this now and you want to get onto the show, all we need is your Discord, and we'll get you on, and you can tell us why you don't like Super Mario Kart. I would love to meet someone who doesn't. I would want to know, and we wouldn't badger you. I won't like you, but it's. I don't think it's possible. You know, it's like.
I mean, is there anybody out there crazy enough to say that Crash Team Racing is better than Mario Kart?
There isn't. They need a slap if they do. So,
but yeah, I mean, in any of these episodes, we're going to talk about games where we're going to low score them. There is going to be games. There's going to be games where we're giving them continuous 10 out of 10s. But if you want to come on, have a conversation, then let us know why that game isn't 10 out of 10 worthy. We get in touch with us and get involved.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to hear it. And that was Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Again, check out these more episodes of the podcast, and also check us out on YouTube for top 10s and everything. Brandon, thanks again. And that was Mario Kart on the SNES.
The guppy.